It's December 20th, 2024. I am at Joel Pearl, and it's time to get in the weeds. Friday is here. It's finally time. Jeremy is also here, as he always is.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. How are you doing?
You know, I'm well. It's a busy weekend, as it always is, and it's a busy Friday, as it always is. And
what's happening? Nothing's happening this weekend. It's not a busy weekend.
SmackDown's happening.
That's taped. It's fine.
True. Rampage is happening.
That's taped. It's fine.
Collision is happening. That is not taped.
That's live. That's live. That's a show people are looking forward to. Hammerstein Ballroom. People are looking forward to that.
Dynamite tapings on Sunday.
Yeah,
4
p.m.
It's still something I gotta cover and everything.
You only have to cover as much as people give you information about.
I wish that were true. I wish there were other people around to cover things, Joel, but
that's fair. Listen,
such is life.
All you got to do is tell people that you have a personal life, that you have a life with the family, and they will.
No one cares.
Still not give a shit. That's right.
No one cares. No one cares. Work harder.
It's too late for that. I'm sorry. You're 3 hours too late. What else is going on? Tonight? There's Rampage. There's SmackDown. I don't think anything else is on tonight. CMLL usually does a Friday night show.
Do they? Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, they do like a weekly show. So there's that.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's a pretty light weekend. I mean, that's it. I can't think of anything else that's happening.
No.
So what else is going to go on this weekend? Are you gonna see the kids? Are you gonna hang out with family?
No, they don't want to see me. You're kidding me.
I got a kick out of Jensen asking you about Christmas presents during the spotlights, and your answer was something along the lines of anything that they can use against me.
So this is factual. I don't want to give away too much here, but I got 12 of these little things. So
you wanted to use a different word, but it's okay.
No, I didn't. I love the kids. I want to make sure I'm not, giving away anything. But they make their Christmas list, and there's one of them. There's two of them. There's three of them. There's four of them. There's five of them. There's a lot of them. And a lot of them like to put down, they make their list, and they're numbering, the stuff that they want that they could use against me. And then they put hashtag evil on the list.
Like the rest of it?
I should, but forgot how it goes. V-I-L. There we go. But yeah, they put hashtag evil on there to use this shit against me. Sorry, I'm cursing very, very quickly, but just what are we doing? They're always against me, Joel. All of them just against me.
I'm exclusively going to be sent the aforementioned list.
Okay.
The AEW Anonymous General Manager has reached out and has let me know that they will send me the list. When I see it, I will know. Wow. The scoops are coming in. There's a 6-page list.
So much.
There's
so
a lot.
much.
That's insane. Listen, I feel like I say this every show now. I'm a Jew. I didn't grow up with Christmas. I didn't grow up with wanting, a Christmas list of presents. I didn't get that growing up. So for me, this is always really funny to hear. My parents are just like, you will get what you get and you will like it.
You just got dreidels all the time, didn't you? Just dreidels. Nothing but dreidels.
Shirane. I llove that the wrestling world can't figure out what it is. I've got, I make the Shirane.
It's Jadakiss. I said this.
It's the funniest shit.
It's Jadakiss laugh. No one is convincing me otherwise. I need this scoop. I'm not a scoopster, but I need the Ricochet's online. Let me tweet.
Oh, he's tremendously online. You can ask him.
Hello, Ricochet.
Please settle a bet.
I'm a big fan of your laugh.
Well, I gotta lie to the man.
I do like it. I'm not lying to him. I think it's hilarious. People get mad about it. I think it's great. I think it's so great, I made a drop for it.
It's the photo that does it.
I know. I was very proud of that screenshot.
You got You got to tag Samantha Irvin in it too. You'll know.
Hold on. Okay, so hello at King Ricochet. I'm a big fan of your laugh. Can you please confirm or deny, I'll put that in parentheses, that it is in tribute to Jadakiss? Question mark. If it's not from Jadakiss, who are you attributing to?
Who are you referencing?
Who are you
paying homage to?
Paying homage to? Thanks.
To whom are you paying homage? We must be professionals in our sphere, Jeremy Lambert.
That's. I'll just say thanks with an exclamation point. He probably thinks I'm like trolling you.
That's why I said you're being too nice. He's used to having backup against all. Even now, he's even on TV. He's got his backup.
All right, fine. I won't go overly nice here. Hello, King Ricochet.
You're Ricochet, you piece of garbage. Please answer this.
I said, please. Can you help settle a bet? Maybe he'll like take pity.
That would work.
Okay,
that would work.
Okay, please help settle a bet. Is your laugh in tribute / reference to Jadakiss? All right. Question.
Jason got it. I would, dear Dickface, who are you ripping off with this laugh? You just gotta tell. That's how you guarantee a response. You gotta rage bait the wrestler.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, he probably more likely to respond to some rage bait. Yeah, saying nice things about him. I think it's hilarious. I love it. He's a complete dork. I mean, I know that's the point of the gimmick, allegedly, but I think his laugh is hilarious.
I think it's a big old ploy. I think it's a bit.
Well, yeah, it's clearly a bit. He's clearly doing.
I mean, like on the show, I think it's a bit so that it turns out that he's actually with the Hurt Syndicate. They're mistreating him, and then when he gets Swerve to be on a team with them, he joins them.
It's hazing. Yeah. You gotta haze.
I don't know if it's hazing. I think they set it up this way. I think they're already together. I think her business is already working with Ricochet. Ricochet is getting, comfortable with Swerve, who was like their enemy. And then when he teams up with Swerve, thinking that he's gonna get, gonna be with Swerve and cozy up to him, he turns on Swerve and joins the Hurt Business officially. They're gonna be all like, you did it, buddy. You did it, jerk ass. Then he starts tweet storming.
I love that the bit is that he's just a dork. Rules.
Dear at Samantha Irvin, is this a true representation of your fiance? And you got to add that at the end too.
Do you want to tell people to leave a thumbs up? We haven't done that yet.
Oh yeah, it's been about 10 minutes. Hey everybody, if you're just joining us, leave a thumbs up on the video. It's goes far in the algorithm. And also, if I say what do I say? Like the video, and now a little thing on your screen probably just lit up and told you to do it. So go ahead, toss a thumbs up on the video, and of course subscribe to us here at Fightful Over Books. Getting towards the end of this fiscal year, and I want to be fiscally responsible of you subscribing to this channel. However, I want you to use your fiscal irresponsibility to donate wild amounts of money to the super chats. Any amount, get your question or statement read on the air, and we appreciate it because this holiday season we're all poor and hungry.
So I think as long as everybody can do this, and I realize this is going to be on like Christmas Eve, which is
what are you thinking?
We're doing a show on Christmas Eve. Tuesday.
Are we?
Yeah.
Who's we?
You, me, and SP3. We agreed to this weeks ago.
I don't think we agreed to it as much as you were talking about doing Tuesdays and Thursdays with SP3 on the regular.
No, you agreed because we're not doing a show on Wednesdays. That's Christmas.
That's true.
We're going to do in the weeds
FMCIT dub.
Yeah. So we're doing a show on Christmas Eve, 10 o'clock, usual time. I think that's going to be our like our New Year's stream as well that we've done before, where all the super chats go to everybody but me. Joel's getting paid now, everyone. So it goes to everybody but me.
Sure.
What do you mean, sure?
Sure. I mean, yeah, sure. Everyone gets paid.
Don't act like you're not. I didn't say you're getting paid millions or anything.
Well, that was part of the deal that I was trying to make, was that we could, if we're gonna pay Ibu so much money, then why don't I get some of it? Just because I don't come in with scoops?
I don't know how much anybody else is making.
Yeah, neither do I, for that matter.
That's it. Everybody's paid too much but me. That's my biggest complaint.
That makes sense. Louis such a super chat saying to feed the small yellow child hosting.
That segment sucked.
We're going to talk about it in a minute. You know what? I know someone who really likes to talk about things that don't matter.
Hi, guys!
From Manhasset, New York, it's Kimmy Sokol. Hello.
Okay, so can we talk about the fact you literally had this great intro talking about, oh my god, I don't know what else is going on today. The comments were like, bring on Kimmy, let's go, let's talk about Final Battle, and you lead me on to talk about Chris Jericho, the guy who entered my borough.
We didn't talk about Chris Jericho. We were talking about
the Chris Jericho video. Hi guys, I
yeah, that's your intro video for this show.
It is definitely not. I could also confirm that you guys did plan that Tuesday stream because I was on this show when you guys talked about it.
See, everyone, Ryan knows it's Jericho's #1 fan, Kimmy.
Yeah.
That's how you're going to introduce yourself when you ask a question tonight.
You called yourself the Queen of New York last night on the Between Two Beards Christmas show. That for every queen there is a king.
No.
And he is the king of New York. You have taken his queendom.
No. The king dies. King dies.
We're not Brits. We're not Brits. That's not how this works.
Darn. You know what I can confirm though? I'll give you a nice scoop. They gave no comps out for any of the Hammerstein shows. So Dynamite, which is basically sold out, is actually all people who paid for tickets.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
What do you mean allegedly? I have the
allegedly.
No, Kimmy, why are you're getting your AEW, you're getting Hopkinsed. Okay?
No, I'm not, because I didn't hear it from him.
You're getting, just like people get Legental. You're getting Hopkinsed.
Oh, Hopkins. I thought you said Hawkins, like Jeff Hawkins. Like, what is Jeff Hawkins doing?
No, I love Jeff Hawkins. You're getting Hopkins. In that, you don't know the real story. And the real story, Kimmy, is that Tony Khan bought every seat at the Hammerstein. And that's how he got the show. That's how it worked.
Feed that to the casuals of AEW. They'll love that bit.
Yes, I'm sure they're all watching us intently at 10 in the morning.
Some of them, most of them don't have jobs. They're probably
no, most of them ain't listening to us. And the one time that they did, we didn't feed the troll. We just blocked them, so they don't give a shit because we don't either.
We love the block button. It's my favorite feature on all social media.
We live for it. I live for it.
Do you?
I don't listen to Ice Spice.
No, but that's great.
I don't know who is Ice Spice. Is that one of the Spice Girls?
No, isn't that a rapper? Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, that was Ice Spice was the meth addicted one.
The meth addicted. Why are we casting assertions on the Ice Spices here?
I'm just using street terms. It's fine.
Ice Spice is something you order at Starbucks, right?
What?
Yes.
Can I get the venti Ice Spice?
I want the Trenton. Congratulations, you're stupid in 3 languages.
Ryan has a good question. Kimmy, what's your favorite Fozzy song? Can you sing it?
I'm not singing. That's above my pay grade. What do you mean coward? You called me a coward
Cowardly.
yesterday. It's not
I sing
cowardly.
on the show all the time.
That's you. That's the choice you made.
You're working in an entertainment medium and you're not doing the entertaining things.
I'm answering the question. My favorite Fozzy song is Relax. That's my favorite Fozzy song because he
that's Frankie Goes to Hollywood. That's Frankie Goes to Hollywood.
No, There's literally a song from Fozzy called "Relax." I am not like bullshitting that.
Can you sing it?
No.
The only one we know is Frankie Goes to Hollywood, and that's "Relax, Don't Do It When You Got to Go Through It."
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, I know.
No, I'm not singing.
Does Jericho just do a cover of that? He loves the covers.
He really does. Remember how he was so excited for that ABBA cover he did? Played it for months on end on his podcast.
Did he do an ABBA cover?
Yeah, he did SOS.
Oh. The only SOS song I know is Rihanna. SOS.
That was a good one. I do like that one.
Someone help me.
The ITW Anonymous General Manager replies, when I said the congratulations, you're stupid in 3 languages, she automatically replies to me, "Fuck you, Miss Daisy." Oh, fantastic. Thank you. Anyway, Kimmy, why are you here?
I was invited to talk about the other event that's happening today, not House of Glory.
Oh shit, TNA has a gimmick tonight?
Rampage?
Rampage?
No, we're not talking about Rampage or SmackDown or House of Glory.
Rampage, baby.
About Final Battle.
That's the show that has Beast Mortos versus Commander, right?
No, it's the show that actually has Athena versus Billy Starks as the first ever women's main event in the Hammerstein Ballroom.
Oh, it's like Halftime Heat because that's the only match on the card.
Halftime Heat.
Halftime Heat is a wild comparison.
Well, playoff is tonight, so I mean, that's actually a big deal.
Yeah, my dad said we can't leave the house until I forgot what game is over.
Tonight's Notre Dame and Indiana, I believe.
No, there's another game that goes on in the afternoon that he wanted to watch. Is the Penn State game tonight?
I don't know. They're not in the playoff. No, Penn State's not tonight because Penn State is in the playoff. And
there's a game in the afternoon that my dad has sworn that we cannot leave the house to go to Hammerstein until that game is over. And I was like, I will leave you. I will go myself.
You sure it's tonight? Texas A&M? Is what he's talking about?
I don't know. Hold on. Let me text him.
It's 2:00.
Let me text him.
Texas A&M and Houston Christian is 2:00 today.
What game did you say we can't leave until?
Are you sure it's tonight?
Yes, because he said it specifically. Because I said I was going to leave at 3:00 to go to Hammerstein, and he goes, "Fine, I'll meet you there."
Tonight or tomorrow?
Today.
Tulane in Florida?
I texted him. Let's see if he enters. He's upstairs.
If it's Tulane in Florida, I have questions.
I don't think it's Tulane.
I mean, the only other game, there's Indiana and Notre Dame. That's at 8:00. And then Ohio and Jacksonville State at 12.
Those games all sound boring.
Yes, I don't know why.
Oh, I lied. It's tomorrow. He said we can't leave tomorrow.
I thought so.
You suck.
Misinformation out here.
Why do we have you on to discuss anything when you're not going to get it right?
This isn't my fault. He said tomorrow we cannot leave until the Penn State game is over.
Yeah, there's nothing
today. At
noon.
noon.
The college football game's at 8:00 today. The major one, anyway.
My friend's at that game, actually, because he's a Notre Dame alumni. So he's there in the snow.
Thunder play tonight. Avs play tonight. I gotta watch wrestling.
The Sens won last night.
Are you watching Final Battle, Jeremy?
I'm covering Final Battle. I'm covering SmackDown and Final Battle tonight by myself.
I'm so proud of you. Should I just text you all of my exciting comments from Final Battle as it goes on?
I'm gonna ignore you. I hope you know that. Like, any message you send me tonight, anybody who sends me any messages tonight is getting ignored. I ignore my wife and kids on nights like tonight, so I'm definitely ignoring you.
Wait, what? Didn't you see all the exciting matches we got announced yesterday for this show?
No. Harley Cameron. I saw
Harley
that.
Cameron.
That's the main event right there.
And then just a bunch of tag team matches that nobody could possibly care about.
Atlantis Jr. is wrestling Mansoor.
Yeah, former ROH television champion, allegedly. Atlantis
we
Jr.
don't claim that. We don't claim him.
Why don't you claim it? It put the title on him.
Because that man didn't show up.
The Luchadors don't win.
No, that man didn't show up for work. Okay.
Did he not show up or did he not get booked?
He didn't show up.
I'm starting to think he didn't get booked.
Mm-hmm.
But then why put the title on him if he's just not going to? Where's the sense?
Because Ring of Honor is an AI generated promotion.
Why ROH? That's a very fair question. You should ask Tony Khan that tonight. Just why?
Just
see
what
he says. Yeah, just why and see what he says.
Hold on, I have a question. Okay, Tenruza, are you trying to say that it shouldn't? Okay, in the States, it's Notre Dame. In
Notre Dame.
Anywhere else in the world, it's Notre Dame. I get it, but here, it's Notre Dame. So yes, it's whack, but it's
I just say
accurate for the
fighting
US.
Irish.
The Fighting Irish.
The fighting Irish. I can't do an Irish.
The Fighting Irish.
Wow.
I've been to a Notre Dame game this year. I went to their game against Navy at MetLife Stadium. It was cold.
This is factual, big man dogs. I was maybe gonna watch Final Battle and then blow the card with like 7 more. Why did we need all of these?
Just start watching the show. It's 10 p.m. Eastern, and you'll be fine.
I can't do that though. I don't have that option.
I know you can't. I'm telling fans who are not covering the show. Just 10 o'clock, you'll be fine.
I don't have that.
You're only going to see like 3 matches if you start watching at 10.
Well, that's all you need to say.
Yes, and
so you know, is there any match you guys are looking forward to? Let's start that way.
Billy and Athena.
Billy and Athena.
That's it.
I think they stretched out the story a little bit too long. Like I understand they wanted to give Athena a 2-year title run, and it was good that she kept the title this entire time. They didn't just randomly switch it, but it felt like they had the peak of it last year, and now they just are kind of doing the same thing they did last year going into tonight, and it doesn't feel as strong as it did last year. Because you know what actually I really think hurt it is Billie Stark's alleged TV title run where she never defended the TV title.
You know what's really fantastic is that this TV title has now become the best bit because Layla Hirsch is going to win that title tonight.
No, she's not.
And Red Velvet would have had 2 title defenses just like Billy had 2 title defenses.
Well,
and a 100-day plus reign. That's how it has to be. It has to be the ROH Women's Television 100-day plus reign, only 2 defenses title.
No, well, I'm going to tell you what Tony Khan said to me on the media call because we talked about Red Velvet, and he had said, you know,
she's a great champion. We love having her in ROH. The growth of Red Velvet over the past year has been incredible. It was great to see her defeat Billie Starks.
No, I had a point.
A great title match.
Hey, Tony, can you talk to me about Deonna Purrazzo?
That's a great question. We love Deonna Purrazzo here in AEW. Deonna Purrazzo has been one of the best women's wrestlers we've had in AEW. She challenged Toni Storm, who was timeless at the time, but doesn't remember that she was timeless. She is now Toni Storm. Deonna Purrazzo had a great match and a great feud with Toni Storm when she first entered AEW. It was a great match. And now she's doing great things with Taya Valkyrie and the Vendetta. But before that, she had a great feud with Thunder Rosa at AEW Collision during our Dallas tapings. It was a great time at Dallas at the Metroplex. We love the Dallas area. We're going to be back in Dallas for AEW All In. We're expecting a big turnout for AEW All In. It's a great town in Dallas. It's a great crowd, always a great crowd in Dallas that we see, and we expect a great crowd at All In. And Deonna Purrazzo, you know, we look forward to seeing her at All In. We'll see what's in store for Deonna Purrazzo at AEW, but we love having Deonna Purrazzo at AEW. And she's been on a great team with Taya Valkyrie and the Vendetta. They just picked up a victory on Rampage the other week. AEW Rampage every Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern. On TNT. We have great home at TNT. We're going to be on TNT for the next many years because we just signed a big media rights deal with Warner Brothers Discovery to keep AEW programming on TBS and TNT. And we got a big simulcast January 1st, everybody. Get ready, January 1st, the biggest simulcast of them all. AEW is going to be on Max. But don't worry, fans who still watch on TNT and TBS. AEW is still going to be on TBS and TNT. So if you keep watching AEW Dynamite on TBS and AEW Collision on TNT and AEW Rampage, which is still going on 10 p.m. Eastern, Friday nights on TNT, if you're watching it on TBS and TNT every single week, you can still watch it on TBS and TNT every single week. But you can also now watch it on Max beginning January 1st with AEW Dynamite, Fight for the Fallen. Thank you. That was a great question. Deonna Purrazzo.
Kimmy, you still think that Red Velvet is a great television champion according to Tony Khan?
That wasn't even the point I was trying to make.
Oh, but it was. You just didn't know it yet.
Now I can't even breathe. That was so funny. Anyway, the point I was trying to make was he had said that the problem with Billie Starks' TV title reign is that Athena was controlling Billie, and that Athena thought that Billie was just going to outshine her every week, which is why Billie wasn't able to defend it because she was in the control of Athena. And then if you listen to my interview with Billie Starks, I had asked her the same question, and she said that Tony was right. So technically, this is Athena's fault.
Follow-up question. What's Red Velvet's excuse?
She's been in Mexico and CMLL wrestling.
It pops me
Oh,
so
she
much.
didn't want to come to work, huh? Sounds like a television champion we had.
It pops me so much that Tony goes on these media calls and explains all the booking headcanon that he doesn't put on television. It's like, you can put this on TV, Tony, and it's cool. It's okay. But he just explains it on these media calls that 5 people are listening to.
Red Velvet has not been defending. This is her 3rd defense of the ROH TV Championship.
That's more than Billy.
That's actually this might be her 2nd, actually.
I mean, she was on TV last night. Her and Layla had a promo. It went.
Chris Jericho's also been on TV. What does that matter?
Yeah, King of New York, ROH World Champion.
Jericho's been doing media, and hold on, I don't read this quote from Chris Jericho. It pops me so much that he's just like praising himself as being like this great ROH champion because he's appearing on ROH television. He makes it seem like it's like
it's more than the last champion. God bless.
He makes it seem like this is like some like big deal. Like, oh, the world champion is appearing on the show. Please give me credit for this. So he says, I'm very happy with this build we've created the last 3 weeks. I don't think it could have gone better. I know ticket sales have pretty much doubled after this match was announced. We're going to sell out if we haven't already. It's special just by the fact that we're there. Where's this at? Maybe it was a different quote that I got from Jericho. This was the quote where he called Matt Cardona Bret Hart, which sure.
Oh my god, I saw that. I was like, what is this man talking about?
All right, here's the quote I was looking for. We're trying to put as much focus on the Ring of Honor brand as we can. That's why, as ROH champion, I've been on Ring of Honor 3 weeks. It's the most pressed and the most focused Ring of Honor brand has had on Dynamite in months. That was the most focused ROH has had on Dynamite in months, if not years. Probably since the last time I was Ring of Honor champion.
He knows. He knows.
He's like, basically all these other title runs between mine sucked because they were never on Dynamite. But me, I'm on Dynamite all the time.
Sure shit, we're not ROH either.
Eddie Kingston was on Dynamite all the time.
Yeah, it doesn't count.
He was only on as the Continental Classic guy. It's okay.
Mark Briscoe was on Dynamite all the time. He might have forgotten the title in the back a couple times because I don't know what happened with that. But hello, champ on Dynamite.
Rules.
My God, I hate that guy. I don't even know what I'm going to ask him on the scrum. Why can't you wrestle on Honor Club? Why, for the Go Home show, was there a promo of you in the back of a car? Are you trying to pull a Kevin Owens, my dude?
I thought that was him trying to get ready to go and do the spot at GCW.
No, that was after the spot at GCW. Exactly.
Oh, so it was right after the spot at GCW? Then he climbed into the car. It's perfect. Have you ever tried to do a promo at the Ukraine Cultural Center in Los Angeles? There is no backstage. You get changed in the alleyway.
That sounds really suspicious and unsafe.
That sounds like every indie wrestling show you'll ever go to. That's not in a church.
I mean, yes, that is true, but like, damn, unsafe workers here. But yeah, is anyone even looking?
Wrestling shows work churches.
Is anyone even looking forward to the Jericho Cardona match? Anybody at all?
Yeah, it's the Battle of New York.
No,
it's Long Island and Manhasset. It's 2 of the big cities of New York.
Jericho's not even from Manhattan.
He's from Manhasset. It still counts.
No, it doesn't.
Born in Manhasset, New York.
No. Goodbye, Christopher. There's so many other amazing things.
Hilarious. It's going to be hilarious when he wins, he retains, and then I immediately say, so what's next for the King of New York at not Ring of Honor's New York?
You're going to introduce yourself as Chris Jericho's #1 fan, right?
You should, please.
I'm going to sound like a mark.
Oh, this is perfect. Ryan Lambert's got the question for you. What's your usual bodega order?
Do you want me to get canceled by Twitter? Be like, oh, they let any of these media people into the scrums. These are stupid questions.
You're retiring. Who cares?
I still care. I know I'm retiring. I still care. I care about the people.
What are you going to do? Represent him at a con?
Maybe. Chris Jericho knows me.
Great. He does enough interviews. He's not going to care. He's not going to remember you for that. In fact, you might even ask him, hey, I asked about the chopped cheese after Ring of Honor. And he'll be like, oh, that was a great question. And on we go with our day.
On we go to just a normal day.
I mean, would you rather ask
Soul Train Jones at a press conference? Like, it doesn't matter.
Listen, all I want First of all, why are we not talking about the TBD? There's a surprise tonight, guys.
Oh, against Lee Moriarty?
Yeah. Who do we think it is?
Commander.
He's already wrestling in the survival of the fittest match.
Oh, that didn't stop Axiom from going up against Obafemi and then doing a tag title match.
Beast Mortos.
Should be Beast Mortos. And he should win. But you know what? We've already talked about it without you. It's a pure title match. And the only person who should be coming out and winning the Ring of Honor Pure Championship is John Bradshaw Layfield.
Yeah.
He should come out. Yes, he should come out, accept the challenge, go to shake Lee Moriarty's hand, and then after he adheres to the Code of Honor, pull him in and wha-pow! 1, 2, 3. No ropes needed. New pure champion. Pure GBL.
There is nothing pure about that man. Jesus.
There is if you pull him into the thing. It's got the perfect spot. The man's made for the pure division.
No, he's not. Is he going to show up on Ring of Honor?
Yeah, when he needs to, like once every 3 months. That's the perfect JBL. Yeah, it's the perfect JBL schedule for him.
But doesn't he have to go to TNA?
No, not until mid-January.
He hasn't been on TBA in a while. Or TBA. He hasn't been on TNA in a while.
Well, not since the last convention that he worked where he happened to be there and TNA was too.
WrestleCade?
Yeah, that may have been it.
What a great con that was. I think it's Nigel McGuinness because they are showing a little video package for Nigel before Final Battle in Hammerstein Ballroom. So I think it's going to be Nigel.
It's a little on the nose at this point.
Well,
am I getting my hopes up for Nigel McGuinness?
Listen, some people think it's Speedball Mike Bailey.
I mean, that'd be cool.
Pure ball Mike Bailey.
I don't think he'd win. I think Lee Moriarty's winning no matter who it is, to be fair.
Then I wouldn't bring in Mike Bailey just to lose.
Being managed by the Tate twins.
No. That's so bad. Effie. Nope.
No. Pure Rules Effie would be bonkers. I'm all for it. That's like Effie doing a blood sport.
2 kisses, Effie. That's it.
Effie's the only answer I want.
Listen, I'm curious to see if our board of directors shows up on the show. Remember, we have one of those. It's Paul White.
What?
I don't know. Yeah. You didn't know?
Is that like Christopher Daniels having power on AEW television?
Yeah, but
that allegedly happens.
Paul White's supposed to be like really in charge, but he hasn't been there. He's been at home.
Well, good for him.
Man knows what he needs to do for work.
Stay at home? We need order on our television show.
Why? It's Ring of Honor. Everyone respects the code.
Pretty much.
No, they don't.
Everyone just walks into ROH and is like, this is where we are honorable. And then they just go on.
Billy Starks destroyed the spinner Ring of Honor Women's title belt last night. Don't know if you saw that. That
was a little disappointing. I like spinning titles. They're pretty sweet.
They'll make a new one.
Is Billy Starks going to get her Aliens Exist theme? That's all that really matters.
I think she is. I tried to ask her that also in my interview. She said I had to ask Tony Khan. I don't have that contact, unfortunately.
I'll message Tony right now.
You're going to tweet him?
Could you please?
He follows me for some reason.
Just remember, you have to be antagonistic when you do this.
Hello, Tony Khan.
Otherwise, you won't get a response.
Did you license Aliens Exist for Billy Starks tonight?
You have to tag all of these people, by the way.
Fine.
At Tony Khan, at Billy Starks, at Blink-182, and say, I heard at Tom DeLonge was a big fan.
All right, buy Blink-182 for at Billy. Mouse is going to retweet this. I'll probably pop him. All right, there. I've tagged everybody. Hello at Tony Khan. Oh, I wrote do you license. Did you license Aliens Exist by at Blink-182 for at Billy Starks tonight? Hold on. For Billy Starks tonight when she challenges at Athena for the ROH women's title at ROH
Ring of Honor.
Final Battle.
Did you tag at Ring of Honor?
Yeah, I tagged Ring of Honor.
Bless.
Thank you.
There you go.
Did you
I
use the
tagged
hashtag
everybody.
Final Battle?
What?
Did you use the hashtag Final
I used
Battle?
hashtag Final Battle. Okay.
Oh, thank you so much. Big Boom AJ. Big Boom AJ is going to get involved in a Jay Lethal QT Marshall match. He was not winning the pure title.
Been saying.
He should.
He should come right out afterwards and be like, I want a pure double chunk chocolate chip cookie. We had to find it under media assets.
Oh, I was busy, trying to get scoops about Billy Stark's theme, Joel.
I thought you had already pressed send. My bad. Jason got it right. You should have just been, dear clueless Booker guy. Did you cheap out on Billy Stark's theme? You poor loser.
I don't. If I had a burner account, then I would do this stuff. But I'm trying to be kind to these people.
I know. We had to start clipping our show in real time so we can use it with these tweets.
There, the tweet. Everybody's been tagged and hashtagged.
Thank you. You're so kind.
I'm getting scoops, maybe.
His tweet is literally all blue with the amount of people he's like tagged.
Yeah.
Good. Tweet like you're a fifth grader. I love it.
Do we have any more Ring of Honor to talk about? I feel like we've talked about Ring of Honor way too much. Are we doing a post show tonight?
They're probably going to do one, sure.
Oh,
I don't know.
All right. I truthfully don't know because SP3 is going to be there, I believe.
Yeah, I'll be there with SP3.
Say hi to SP3.
Kimmy's going to be there. Kate's going to be there.
No, Kate's not going to be there.
Oh, Kate's not going to be there. Well, Kate's busy anyway. She got to cover a taped episode of SmackDown.
I don't feel like we're doing a show. We should.
She said yesterday that if it was Nigel that comes out for Lee Moriarty's open challenge, she was going to be really upset that she missed it.
I mean, it's not like she doesn't, have the option to go backwards and watch it.
Sons of Texas versus the Righteous. Yes. Pile driver finisher. I'm so excited because the Righteous are going to win the tag titles.
Are they?
Do you not think so?
I don't know. I truthfully don't. They couldn't beat a one-legged MJF. Like, why am I going to believe they're going to beat
Dork?
Because there's a stipulation on this match. It's a Texas bull rope match.
Sammy Guevara is going to do some dive off this balcony.
How's he going to do it when he's got a giant bull rope attached to both ends of him and the other guy?
That thing like easily slides off, right?
So he's going to be attached to Dutch, and then you've got Vinny's attached to Dustin because of the size differences.
I guess so.
They should have the two big bastards attached to each other. Let the meaty guys go at it, and then let the smaller dudes do whatever.
Well, Dutch and Dustin are kind of like at it because of apparently Dutch and Dusty Rhodes have a history. I didn't know that.
What did he scream at Dusty at a WWE show one time when he was 15? Like, what are we talking here?
No, Dusty apparently like kind of trained him, I guess, and then apparently he told Dutch that he was better than Dustin and is a son to him and will always be better than Dustin.
No, they can't tell that story because Cody and Dustin have to have that story.
Well, they're telling it on Ring of Honor, but
Dutch an NXT kid? Is this what we're getting here?
Is that what we're doing? They were at one time brought into NXT for a look-see.
Yeah, but that was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this thing between him and Dusty had to have been at least 15 years ago.
Well, clearly. I don't know. I watch the program, I review it, and then I complain to everybody. That's my job.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, really. This seems bad.
All right, Kimmy, do you have anything to plug? We got other stuff to talk about.
Oh my God. No, the Ring of Honor should be this whole show. But yeah, thanks.
Going to take our ratings. We can do that ourselves. Thank you.
Yeah.
Rude. Yeah, if you want to follow my coverage for Final Battle, head over to the Pop Break Twitter. And Jeremy, can't wait to hear all my wonderful questions on the scrum. So you could just
Please ask them to wrap it up early because I've kind of hit up way too early for my kid's soccer game, and I do not want to be up until 3 a.m. covering a Ring of Honor post show.
Do you know how you get that to work? You know how you make that happen? At the end of the night, you ask Billy Starks to Athena, take a plastic bag, do a stretcher job, then you'll get a 45-minute Q&A.
I need less than 45 minutes. I'm legitimately going to at Tony Khan at the end of this show and be like, great show, Tony. Please wrap up this press conference in like 20 minutes. I got to be up at 6 a.m. for my kid's soccer game. Please respect my boundaries as the only person who is covering this damn thing.
You know what that sounds like? A you problem.
It sounds like an ROH problem that they want to run the show on a Friday night and decide to have a press conference.
Final Battles always run on a Friday night. Why are you making it like they're reinventing?
It doesn't need to go till midnight, though. And then they don't need to do press conferences. That's never been a thing.
Maybe they want to give me a chance to shine. Duh.
That's a great question, Kimmy. That's a great question.
What?
That's all. That's your chance. That's got to be your response. That's a great question.
It definitely is not. But okay, thanks for having me. Maybe I'll crash the Christmas Eve show because nothing else to do. Unless Joel's gonna tell me I can't. But yeah, everyone go watch Final.
Not allowed.
What?
Pretty well known that you're not invited. But okay.
I am invited.
You'll be retired by then.
I'll be retired on January 1st. Is it January 1st or is next week December 24th?
Is this really something you've put I thought you've already made the timing. And the timing was next week.
No, I said the end of 2024.
Yeah, that's this Friday.
No, that's not. Tonight. December 31st. See, Kimmy equals ratings. Do you see this? Kimmy equals ratings.
Yeah, but here's the thing about that. Whenever we've had you on, I've never seen an increase in our ratings. Sean has tried this with us before. Doesn't work the same way.
But the ratings aren't going down.
Nope.
You don't get the minute by minutes. We do.
Yeah, I'm watching the minute by minutes.
How are the minutes by minutes looking? Good.
Well, 95, about to dip down to 93.
Okay. Goodbye. Everyone watch Final Battle. 94. Don't listen to Jeremy and Joel. And everyone bother Jeremy while he's watching Final Battle because it's very important.
You're not going to bother me. You're going to get ignored. So
yeah, we're not doing a Final Battle post show, Jeremy and I. So you can enjoy the show just as it is.
And I will, because Billy Starks will be your new Ring of Honor Women's Champ, and Chris Jericho is just going to destroy my whole life. But yes, goodbye.
So you want to talk about Ring of Honor Final Battle tonight?
I can't believe it was 45 minutes. I guess it wasn't quite 45 minutes.
Yeah, it was maybe 30, not even, because we had to craft tweets and things. Zeno Hours got it right. Kimmy is the Terry Funk of this business. She'll retire in 2 months.
I mean, I'm trying to get her to do the show permanently once you leave, so...
Yeah, well. See how that goes.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway. Anything else to talk about?
Nah.
All right.
Let's end the show now.
Good chat. Glad we did this. Hey, why was In the Weeds only 45 minutes this morning? Honestly...
Well, we talked about the only important thing, which is Final Battle.
Yeah, exactly. That's all people wanted to talk about. Final Battle.
Your thumbnail is Match of the Year. Like... Okay.
I mean, what else was I going to put in? Like the picture of Ricochet getting shit kicked out of him and be like, huge dork hours? Thank you. What did you want me to make the Olafala tribal champion?
Yeah, that's what it should have been.
I thought about it and I was like, that's so clickbaity, I for me. I don't know if I can really go through with this shit. There's one thing that I did post on Blue Sky. While I was looking for a thumbnail, I came across this particular photo that was uploaded to the All Elite Wrestling website. And that's a decision somebody made to post that photo.
I mean, that's like a cool shot, though.
Is it the guy on his knees in front of the guy who's standing up in front of him? He's
clearly way away from him. Like, it's not like he's right in front of him.
It's still very strange. It was a very weird photo. I was like, and that was the most usable photo of the bunch for a thumbnail. And I was like, we're not doing this. Because all the other ones were like action photos where, Darby's coming down on top of Will and like coffin drop position. It's just like there was too much space in the areas that I needed. So I had to go and make a screen cap of my own. Stop posting my fanfics as Lawrence. Oh, bless the chat having fun with this. Yeah, I saw it and I was like, not happening. And then I thought about the Ulafala title. I was like, I just can't. It's such a clickbait bullshit thing to do. And there are days where I think about the thumbnails that I want to make, and I'm like, I'm waiting for Sean or Jeremy to text me and be like, we're not using that, or don't use that, or don't go there. There have been times where I've had to text one of you.
What do you? As long as the caption was okay, like don't caption it. I don't know.
It would just be like new WWE title.
Oh, the Ulafal. I thought you were talking about the Darby photo. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't have done that. The Darby one, the only reason
Darby Allin on his knees begging for viewers.
You just gave Ken Bruno an idea.
What links are AEW going to for viewers?
Like, no, I wouldn't be doing that. The idea was more that particular photo was the one that had the most like space that I could work with to make a thumbnail. Our thumbnails are pretty straightforward, right? Like if you go back and you look, everything is very similar. By the way, here's the Easter egg. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday each have a specific border to themselves. Unless I'm not at my computer, then you get the rainbow border. That's because I just forgot. But yeah, and then there's always the two logos, and there's always the photo, and there it is. Ospreay shoots on Darby. That would have been funny. Yeah, I can only go so far with some of this shit. Ken's already sent the photo.
Oh boy.
Oh no, this is great. This isn't even about the Darby thing.
Oh, okay. Do you think there's an AI Ulafala title, like that Yeet title?
I'm sure it's been made. I'm positive
we can make it. What if we create it right now?
Sure. Just don't use Grok.
I don't use Grok. I don't know what AI. I legitimately like no bit or anything. I don't. Kind of rules. I would love if Big Boom AJ is just there at the press conference just booming the entire time. He gives nice short answers and he ends it with a boom. It's like, all right, cool, good job, Big Boom, and then he's done. Rules. Love Big Boom AJ.
I love that it's got Punk there because Punk always moves the needle.
I mean, the problem with the like Punk press conferences, those aren't short press conferences. That was the longest press conference ever. But it was at least entertaining, you know?
Yes.
I can't complain about the enjoyment and the entertainment I got out of that one. I don't know about enjoyment. It was a lot to transcribe. You can buy my NFT on that transcript coming soon. Maybe I'll make a Bitcoin out of it.
I loved the Ulafala title.
Okay, so what AI? I don't use AI. What AI are we using?
I don't know. I don't use it.
Oh.
I'm not an AI guy. I'm a real art person.
Okay. Yeah. I create AI art free. I'm just going to Google this. Open art. This is what we're using, everybody. It's sponsored, so that's something. Create stunning. This is our show today. Creating an AI Ulafala title.
Oh, people are going to hate this episode. Ring of Honor.
I hate this episode.
Fake fans, the whole nine.
Oh God, this seems like way too much work.
Yeah, a lot of the time it is.
It's a model.
All the titles on eBay, which means it's useless. Awful.
I don't want to do. I just want to like upload like 3 photos and be like, here, okay, custom settings. What? This is just work. This sucks. My models. Okay, can I upload something?
Ken's already gotten one made for us.
Does he?
Or at least sent me one.
Okay, show it.
Oh, this is awful. One sec. Where are you? You go. Oh, that one. There it is. Made by Grok.
That was made by Grok. He already put that in? Jeez.
Yeah, because Grok will make
a WWE title.
That's it right there. Looks good too. It basically took the world heavyweight title, gave it a silver back, and wrote Ulafala WWE title. Try doing Tribal Chief Championship. But don't use Grok because Grok is gross.
I don't want to use.
Yeah, it's basically the ECW title, the WWE ECW title.
I'm trying to like. How can I like upload something? Oh, open art sucks. All this sucks.
Yeah, Ken's like, it's the fact that I write it out. That's what makes it a big title.
Okay,
Oh,
free AI art generator.
Seems bad.
Create amazing artworks in seconds using AI art generator. Okay, do I just type this in and then it create? That seems dumb. All right, what if I type Roman Reigns Solo Sikoa Ula Fala WWE Championship?
You're gonna get so
all just one word. Let's see what. No, fuck off with your pop up. All right, we're gonna view this as a team here. Hold on. Present, share screen, free AI. Okay, there we go, everybody. So now you can see that this is what I've typed in, and I'm gonna click create, and we're gonna see what happens.
It's just Roman Reigns giving you the finger.
It's killing me. I don't care. Shut up.
Oh, do not sign in with Google.
No,
do
I don't
not
want to sign in at all.
So much of your stuff is going to get taken if you do this. Your personal info gone.
Oh, there's something. I see the photo in the background.
Yeah, the photo is just the people. There's no title.
Right, I'm going to stop sharing so that way nobody sees my information here.
Today on In the Weeds, Jeremy downloads a virus on his computer.
What is happening?
We test the Mac antivirus software.
Oh my god, this is amazing.
Oh no.
All right.
I'm scared.
This is amazing. All right, everybody. You ready for this fucking thing?
I'm not. Wait, how many fingers do they
Look
have?
at this photo.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It looks like that belt buckle says Dijak. Oh, this is god awful.
I don't know what it says. It says like Diak.
They don't do letters on AI. It's garbage.
This is amazing.
Look at that WWE title on the side plate.
Yeah, maybe that's the Ula Follow title right there. We kind of created it.
Why do they all look like Roman?
There's no Solo Sikoa at all.
They have no idea who Solo Sikoa is.
It's like, who the hell is Solo Sikoa? There you go, everybody. That's your Ula Follow championship right there.
At least it's red.
All right.
Why is it octagonal? Why do they think that it's like a UFC thing? Like, what are we doing?
Who cares? Who cares? All right. Well, we've successfully created the Ula Follow title through ARite. ARite? What, Jesus.
AI art?
Yeah, something like that.
Go listen to AIR by Anthrax. Great song.
Sounds terrible.
It's not. It's a great song. Go listen. Oh man, that was an experience. So what are you going to do with your AI Tribal Chief Championship?
Yeah, that's the new shield right there.
That's the UA shield.
I don't think they're going to have an Ula Follow title. If they do, it's hilarious. Because like they have the Ula Follow. Isn't that like the whole point of it? If they create an Ula Follow title, I'm convinced it's The Rock just being like, make that belt. I need another belt. I need another belt to carry around.
And most people were just like, the Ula Follow exists. And that's all it should be. I think honestly, much like, remember the report about Chelsea and Cardona, a match being pitched for Hammerstein for GCW, and like most people who were in the know were just like, it wasn't actually like it wasn't pitched. It was one of those, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we could do this? I think that's the extent of the Ula Follow title. I think it was one of those, a bunch of people sitting around a room, and they were like, well, what if there's a championship belt to denote how important this is? And then somebody then hopefully piped up and said, boss, isn't there a big, thing that goes around their neck? And do, that's what they wear. And then that was the end of that because they shot it down. And that was it. I just think it was a heat check when that report went out.
It's a heat check.
I think it was a heat
Steph
check.
Curry against the Grizzlies with that heat check.
It was a very poor heat check. But
Louis will get that if he's still here. I don't know if anybody else will, but Louis will get it.
It was just bad. It was just not a smart thing to put out there. If they do it, then like a lot of people are going to be sports upset, and we're just going to be like, all right, fine, whatever. Enjoy buying your Ula Fala title for fanatics.
They're going to sell the shit out of those things too.
You think so?
Are you kidding me? All these people love buying these belts. They got so much disposable income. It's insane. I don't get how you spend $600 on like these titles and stuff. But
even like spending a ton of money to go to the shows. Like we talk about ticket prices all the time. We're very lucky to be working in the part of the business that covers this stuff. So we get to be in the building. It's a different experience for us as like media, but like we do get a level of entrance or access, whatever, that a lot of people are paying to get up close for. That's something I think about often, is like, I'm really lucky that I've been able to attend a lot of shows that a lot of people have been priced out of, but the people who are paying continue to pay more and more and more because, yeah, you're right, there's disposable income somehow for this, especially for the ones who are going like with their families, with their kids. That's a lot of money, dude. It's not like ages 3 and under get in for free. No, they're still buying the ticket. It's wild. Everyone's gonna get a damn Ula Fala title.
They should sell these Ula Falas. I mean, I guess maybe that's disrespectful.
Yeah, I feel like that was more of a conversation of like cultural appropriation being an issue. Maybe that's how they're getting around it. Well, we'll just have a title belt.
Well, there you go. That's what I'm saying. They sold those bracelets. That was friendship appropriation.
Yeah, and then and I felt so bad for the girl who was like, I just wanted to make nice things for my friend. I'm glad that eventually like they made it right however they did. I don't care. This person is allegedly happy with whatever agreement they came to, where they pulled the bracelet and did a new one, and then she went backstage and like met Punk and all this stuff, and whatever, like by all accounts it made it, it worked out. But in the moment you were like, oh, it feels a little gross that they just took it and made it a money thing.
Drew, is this shareable? Can you send this to me, or is it gonna? It says it knows a little bit too much about you. I don't want you to
dear,
put stuff on display that doesn't need to be on display. But if it's shareable, if you want to send it to me, I'll put it up on the screen.
This is funny. Ryan Lambert talking about Steve from Steven Larson buying bootleg WWE titles from eBay. Apparently he talked about this on the podcast, so I'm not like talking out of turn. Apparently he's purchased enough like legitimate WWE stuff that someone from Fanatics has been calling him to like be his personal shopper and offer him like, I got an exclusive deal for you. You bought this CM Punk WWE title. Well, he signed it, so for an extra $150, $200, you can have the signed version of this title. And like he's talking about it on the podcast. It's very funny. But man, just to spend that much money on a title belt, like $400 or $500, I don't have that. If I did, I don't think I'd be buying. I don't think I'd be purchasing. But that's just me. You're
a fake fan. That's why, Joel.
I guess, like, you know what? Here's the fun. So I've got this shelf here. You know those Kalex shelves that have like their cubby holes. They're like IKEA shelves. You fill them. Like, so anyway, I've got one of those, and it's right here in front of me. It's facing me. I could get like a bunch of title belts and like put them in and make it a whole display thing, but I just don't have a reason to do it.
Okay, Drew has sent me this photo. Not gonna lie, Meta did a shitty job with this. This looks awful. This looks terrible.
That's pretty much what
they didn't even create like a title. People will see it when I post it here in a second. Like they didn't even create like a real title off of this. They just created Andrade in a bra.
Wow,
you'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. Like
maybe Drew really does have a lot of AI information out there. Drew, what's going on?
Like that's
what?
Like that's just the WWE title, and
that's all that is.
He looks like Andrade, and then he's just wearing like a crop top.
That's like Andrade mixed with Braun Breaker.
I can kind of see it. Maybe Seth. I can see a little Seth in there.
A little Seth, yeah.
The title's not very good. Like at least the one that whatever I used, at least they had a good looking title. This is literally just the WWE title.
But the funny thing is, put it up again. It's not, because look at the red stripe.
Yeah, see they get the side plate might be a little bit different. The red stripe, they have the red stripe on that title, don't they?
No, but it comes out as like a curve. The real title has it as like a, it's kind of like a, it curves out like it's You got to bring up the real title, and you'll see what I'm
What?
talking about.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Okay.
bring up the real WWE title, and you'll see what I'm talking about. The logo has kind of like a curve out on it.
Yeah, it's very similar. This
It's
has
very
a curve
similar,
out.
but bring out no. Look at the.
I'm
bring
looking
up the
at
real
it.
title. I know. I'm saying bring up the real title.
All right, fine. Jesus.
The people need to know.
Yeah. Do they?
Yeah, they do.
All right, hold on.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What?
Ryan Lambert sent one very funny.
Okay, I'll look at it a second.
I got this.
All right, okay. All right, I'm putting up the real title on the screen.
Yeah.
You can't see it because now the photos are... Okay, so everybody sees that curve, and now compare it to that curve.
Yeah, so you see how it kind of...
Yes, I get it, but it's not like...
It's pretty bad.
They didn't like go over, like do anything that special with it.
Yeah,
it's largely the same title.
Well, anyway, you can remove that. Let me show you what we got from our pal. Ah!
Oh, fuck! That actually rules!
What's with the V? What does the V mean?
Stands for victory, Joel.
I guess.
Victory!
Roman's face. What are we
Bro,
doing?
that rules.
The two
Ryan,
diamonds.
Post that on Twitter and tag us so I can retweet it, or I'll post it and
it's on Blue Sky. He tweeted us on, or he messaged us on Blue Sky.
I don't go on Blue Sky enough.
Oh, you should start. It's a place.
I know, like I sometimes do, but then I always don't. Send us all your AI generated Ulafala titles, everybody.
Good Lord.
That's the show today. AI generated Ulafala titles.
That's so bad.
Dude, that rules. You wouldn't wear this title with Roman's face?
Let me tell you,
that?
there's only one title with someone's face that I would wear, and that's the Fiend title. The Fiend title was the one for me. That thing came out. Do you remember how much that thing cost when it came out?
Yeah, it was like $700.
Yeah, that shit ruled, and people were buying it, man. People were all about it.
That's what I'm saying. People love these titles. You could sell these things for so much. It doesn't matter. People are going to buy them.
So bad. The Bible Chief. Oh God, it's so bad. Anyway, that's what your new title's gonna look like. It costs a month of rent. If a month of rent where you are is that little, I am very happy for you. Our rent is much more than that. Oh, good Lord.
Keep sending your AI generated Ulafala titles, everybody. All right, Ryan is posted. He's tweeted me, so I'm gonna retweet this.
Oh no!
First look at the Ulafala Championship.
I'm so scared.
There we go. I've reposted it. Sorry, Ryan, if your mentions. I don't have that much clout on Twitter, so it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, who do you think you are?
Yeah, I'm not that important, but this title rules so much.
It's so bad. Oh, that's awful.
I can't say what I want to say.
Yes, you can.
No.
All right, fine. My God, I'm gonna get rid of.
You can't wear that around your waist, right?
You can.
Like it's Roman in like your crotch area, like
it's just like the Fiend belt, baby. Just like the Fiend belt.
But like it's a giant V. Like you can't do that.
I think you can. You just have to choose to do it.
I don't know. I don't feel like it works. Just don't think you can wear that around. You got to wear it around your neck like the Fiend did because it's the Ulafala title.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so hold on. The ITW Anonymous General Manager reminded us the Fiend belt cost $6,000 when it came out. When it dropped, it was expensive.
Fiend WWE Fiend Championship for sale.
It was $6,500 when it came out.
That rules. That's even funnier.
That's amazing.
Oh man, I know we did an article on it because we were like, we need
Cheeseboard Guy did it. That's fine.
Oh yeah, 6,500.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Is it still listed on the website? No, it's
nah. It can't be that much if it is.
Someone's like, dude, I spent $1,500 on a car that I drove for a decade.
Customized. Oh yeah, customized handcraft version of the Fiend's Universal Championship selling for $6,500. That's absurd. That rules.
It's so fantastic.
It was it was like, handcrafted type thing. This is not the
it wasn't a big replica from Saturday night's main event.
Yeah, this wasn't the Winged Eagle replica that they've been using. So
oh man. That's a big scoop that Sean is teasing. It's very clearly new WWE champion Kevin Owens.
Is it?
I don't know. It's gonna be that.
Ryan has sent this. It's a cookie. Oh, it's a double chocolate chunk cookie championship.
Do
you have this?
Well, no. Where is this?
Okay, he tweeted it at me. I'll save it. I'll post it.
All right, it's because he knows that I don't use my Twitter anymore. Like I still use it to look at things, but I don't respond too much.
All right, so this is the double chocolate chunk cookie Ring of Honor championship.
Oh,
dude, they should make these.
Rond of
Rond of
Champion
Honor. I like how they couldn't even get that right.
God forbid.
Double
chocolate
chunk cookie championship.
What about the chicken bake title? What is that?
Boom. I'm gonna tag AJ. You think AJ will respond to me?
Yeah, it'll be like respect AI art.
What's his Twitter? It's like AJ Bufumo or something.
Yeah, it's AJ Bufumo.
Okay.
Oh, it's so awful.
All right. It says champion a gram. Can they not do
No, letters don't really work on that stupid AI gimmick. Letters and hands.
Just anything.
I saw a video yesterday that was there's a YouTube channel that's unmade movies or big budget movies, whatever. And they took a 70s version of a Super Mario movie, and it was all AI generated. And for the first 5 seconds, I was like, oh, this is cool. And then I very quickly realized that it's AI generated. And I was like, I can't watch this shit because it's not real. It's I hate AI art. I do. I want real people making real art. I just don't like that creativity is being thrust aside for computers. That shit bugs me, especially as a creative person. I don't like the idea of computers making it for us. It's very annoying.
I've never used it until today, and I've already reached my limits of using AI art. I'm like, this is awful. This is terrible. The good thing is, at least for me, is AI transcripts suck. So
yes,
I'm not worried about losing my job yet. It'll happen at some point, but anytime soon, hopefully.
Okay, here, Ken Bruno did send us the updated graphic for today's show. This is not AI, thankfully. This is Ken being a wonderful contributor to the program. That's it right there.
Go from suck to
blow. Will World's End feature a spectacular finish?
I just says the vacuum cleaner over AEW. That rules.
Oh god! Plus, he will fall a title. Are we in the 4th inning yet?
The magazine style of the extra little tagline there. Yeah. That rules.
I can always go for that. Yeah. Oh, are we sucking or are we blowing? What are we doing here? It's awful.
Oh man.
Anyway, Dynamite on Wednesday was actually
match of the year, everybody.
Televised match of the year between
you were just wrote match of the year.
There was a question mark to give it. Oh no, I didn't use a question mark, did I? Oh no, I did on the thumbnail. So we're okay. We're good. Good. I have justifiable.
Do you think it was the match of the year? Oh, Louis sent one on Blue Sky. You can check your Blue Sky, Joel.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. So I said.
He didn't tag me on it.
Oh, just go to Louis' Blue Sky. I don't have my phone near me.
What? Oh, there it is.
You got it?
Yeah. Oh, actually, this one looks nice.
Oh, was this AI or?
Yeah, it's definitely AI, but it's something more that someone else would wear. I'll show you in a second.
else. Okay.
We'll talk about. We'll go back to the AEW stuff in just a sec.
Gotta finish our AI conversation.
Yeah, this is
Killer
more
crossover.
like, this is more like the Thunder Rosa WWE title when she beats
That's
Mariah.
not bad.
That's the Tijuana Street Fight title right there.
That's like, of all the AI generated titles, that's at least
The least offensive.
On brandish, you know? Yeah.
That's pretty good. Oh God, so many offensive titles. Anyway, what else is there? Yeah, so Ospreay and Allin, Darby Allin, was possibly the televised match of the year. There have been some really great matches this year, but yeah, it's up there. It was a really fantastic match. It was stellar. It was well done. Got me a bunch of times, and I didn't really look at it. The only thing that I would have liked coming out of it was a little something with the Death Rider story, because we talked about it. Doesn't take away from the actual match, doesn't take away from the story of it being part of the Continental Classic, but I thought the match itself was really, really well done. And I think both men delivered. It was a clash of styles and a styles clash. So it was really fun. It was good. It wasn't too long. It didn't go. It went just under your limit, Jeremy Lambert.
I like the 13 to 18 minutes. That's my wheelhouse right there. That's why I like these Continental Classic matches. I know at maximum they're going to be 20-minute matches, and if they reach the time limit, they're 2 minutes too long. But at maximum, they're going to be 20 minutes. I know I'm not going to get some 30, 40, 50-minute match. So that's why I like the Continental Classic. That's why I think AEW should do more of this. I thought it was the televised match of the year. I had this discussion with Jensen. I'm bad at remembering a lot of stuff that happened on television. The two that stand out to me were Ospreay and Alexander, and Danielson and Hangman. Those were televised match that I fondly recall. And I was like, oh yeah, these were really good matches. Maybe there's something else that I'm completely missing. Very possible, but those are the only things that I can think of. There's like, yes, those are great matches.
Yeah, it was just, again, really stellar stuff. Go out of your way to watch it. Dynamite as a whole was a really funny show just because the wrestling was really good. The storytelling was okay. There was some not so fun stuff. I guess we had to talk about some of that, don't we?
We don't have to. We can talk about whatever we want.
I know, but we have to talk about Max.
What do you want me to say?
MJF, if you come out wearing Hanukkah gear and expect me to cheer for you, I'm sorry, it's not going to happen.
Wow.
We also have to stop letting him try to promote pay-per-views on the air, because he really has a problem with dates and when things are. Because if you ask MJF, World's End,
he said this Saturday. Yeah.
Much like he did when he was promoting All In and said it was this Saturday. Yeah. We got to work on that with him. We got to work on calendars. But yeah, I mean, there were some cute moments, but otherwise it's like it's funny just because on the grand scale of this story, that was probably the best story beat they've told, and it's a very low bar. You know what I'm trying to say? The rest of the build has been what it is, but this particular feud, like, this was the high point of it. And I hope they do better, but I'm really just ready for the end of it. That's all I got.
I like the Adam Cole attack on MJF. Thought that part was good. It seems heavy-handed that the Kingdom are going to turn on Adam Cole. Maybe they won't, but it seemed like it was, they're going to be at ringside and you're not going to be able to get the diamond ring. I'm like, okay, sure. Feels like it's going to be a turn. I don't need the turn because I know, but I don't need the turn, and I don't need the feud potentially prolonging because they turned on Adam Cole. What do you do? MJF and the Kingdom against Cole, O'Reilly, and Strong?
Yeah, that's what they want. They just want to do. They can't make reference to the Undisputed Era from NXT, so they got to bring it over here.
Nobody wants that.
What are they going to call the group? The Era?
That'd be funny, actually.
The Kingdom Era? I don't know what they'll call it, but still. That's all they want to do. They just want to do Taven and Bennett with Max, and then I'm sure they're gonna make those guys go through Taven and Bennett, and then if they get a heater, it'll be the same thing. Like, because this is what Max does, and it's got to stop in the next week.
You can't tell me that, like, you can't tell me that like Taven and Bennett are like a threat to anybody after everything we've seen. They can't even get on the ROH main show. I'm not taking them serious on the AEW main show. They're on the ROH pre-show. You can't tell me these guys are threats to anybody. Sorry. I like them both. They're not threats.
Sean's big scoop just dropped. We'll talk about it in a little while once people kind of catch up to it. But we'll do some AEW talk, and then I guess I have a new thumbnail to make after this conversation. Yeah, man. It's just I'm done with Max doing the same promo to get to the same story, to get to the same match. Like, it's always low-hanging fruit. Like Sean's mentioned this 100 times, and I think that it's become a detriment that it's become the MJF way, where it's like, LOL, your mom's dead, or LOL, your mom sucks, and then I'm gonna kill you. Like, he goes 0 to 100. It's just stupid, and it doesn't work for me. And then he does the test of strength stuff, where it's like, if you want me, you got to go through this person, or you got to work your way to get a match with me. And it's like, well, you haven't done enough to warrant that stage in your career. You're not legendary. You're not important. You've been a champion. You were a champion for a year, and that's great. But like, you haven't stayed on top since then. You've left and come back. Granted, injury, I get it, but like, you haven't given the fans or the crowd enough reason for them to want to see someone get to you beyond you say, LOL, your mom sucks. Like, it just doesn't work for me. The heat's not the same. Like, someone saying Max has been doing the same promo for the last 2 to 3 years. It's been the same build for the last 2 to 3 years, and it's getting tired. So I'm hoping in 2025 he finds a way to spice it up and just be more of a dickhead without being more of a bully on the schoolyard. Do a little more with your character. That's it. Get a filter.
The promo was what it was. It did seem like I wasn't personally a fan of it. It didn't do anything for me. It was just, okay, cool. You're making fun of his size and showing a Photoshop. Like, very lowbrow WWE humor. And that's not a compliment. Not a compliment. Ken Bruno kind of has it. Like, he feels out of place. He just kind of does. Like, I think there's stuff MJF can do that is good, but some of his stuff just does feel a little out of place. And I don't know. I'm over this feud, and it must continue for now.
He's in a weird place because, yeah, he was injured. He came back. They want to tie up the stuff with Adam Cole for whatever reason, and they got to get there somehow without just immediately going to the match. They wanted to make it the whole, oh, it's a year later, so this is a big deal, but it's not. I'm hoping, again, once we get into the next year, once we've cleared the Adam Cole stuff, which honestly, if they turn it into an Undisputed Era reunion that turns into those three going after Cole and going after MJF and the Undisputed Kingdom, it's like, what are we doing? Why are we doing this? Instead, I want to see him move back into traffic. I want to see him move back into the title picture, whether that's the world or the TNT title, or just going up against people in the AEW way, not just like going away, doing a movie, coming back, or just showing up when he feels like it to do the same tired story. I hope it changes next year.
We shall see. Until they just do MJF and the Kingdom against the Undisputed Adam.
The Undisputed Adam.
That's what they're going to call themselves.
Adam Cole and the Bays.
Yeah.
FTR, what do you think of that segment? I know we had our feelings about it on Wednesday going into it. They've done it. They basically told you without telling you that Adam Copeland is going to be their trio's partner on January 1st. But they're alive.
Like, I would have been fine with the segment if they just didn't advertise it. Don't advertise it. It's not going to hurt you to not advertise this. Just be like, hey, the last time we saw FTR, this is what happened. Fortunately, they are safe. Here's a video from them. I think you could have like at least stretched this a week or two, but they wanted to try to promote that, you know, they're going to be there January 1st and they're going to not be alone. So this was their way to promote it. It felt like the ending of Collision was a little bit meaningless because they did this. Just like, oh, cool, they kidnapped them, and then they're just not cleared for a couple weeks. They haven't wrestled in like 4 weeks anyway. It was the last FTR match.
Probably something with the Outrunners.
Yeah, that went somewhere.
It was an FT Runners thing. Yeah, you notice how they that went by the wayside.
By the way, their last match was the Full Gear Contender Series, November 13th. So them being like, we're not cleared to wrestle. It's like, cool, y'all ain't wrestled in a month anyway. So I ain't too concerned that you're not cleared to wrestle.
Fantastic. I love this. Cash Wheeler says, I don't disagree with your methods. We stopped you Death Riders from poisoning another man, and that gets us left for dead. It's like, you would have done it too. It's fine.
Cash should have, if another man tried to kidnap me, the difference between me and you is you would have you left me there on the side of the road. If I'd kidnapped you, I would have pulled out the clock.
Arn Anderson would have popped up out of nowhere and been like, whoa, gimmick infringement. And be like, nope, who's got the real one? Oh, man. But then, so the other side of it was Dax Harwood also being like, oh, Doc's not going to clear us until the end of the year, so we'll see you on January 1st. And it's like
you guys weren't going to wrestle.
You're going to be there anyway. We got told we got to stay at home, so we're going to stay at home until it's time to go home and wrestle you guys for the AEW Trios titles. And we're bringing a friend.
I wish they would have just put a little bit more effort into that. And the Death Riders as a whole. That finish sucked on.
Yeah.
On Wednesday.
I want to be a little more positive to AEW because again, those
wrestling was good. The Continental Classic stuff is very good, and Mercedes and Anna Jay was
I wanted to talk about Mercedes and Anna Jay. I thought was a really, really good match. This was one of those matches where coming into it, you were like, we know Mercedes and her strengths. We know Anna Jay has improved, but do they have the chemistry? Will they come together for a good match, or will it be a bit of a shit show? And it wasn't. It actually turned into quite a good match. And Mercedes has been on a string of good matches in and out of AEW. My hope again in 2025 is that she does more of her New Japan presentation and gets away from just having heaters and having Camille and all that shit, just is on her own, doing her thing and having good matches like this. Doesn't have to be weekly, but at least something that like you look forward to. Because the Anna Jay stuff, well, we have our feelings about how Anna Jay got the shot. At least the match was solid, and again, makes Mercedes look strong in her WWE. Sorry, in her AEW world. I read someone that said WWE. It was a good match.
It was. I don't think Mercedes is going to be at the pay-per-view, which is unfortunate. I don't know where her next challenger comes from. I know maybe they continue stuff with Statlander because Statlander was like kind of tweeting during the match, and Statlander's wrestling, I think, at some point. Willow should be back in the mix at some point. I don't know. Like they can't figure out what they're doing with Willow, which is disappointing. But
I think the injury kind of made them.
Yeah, that's true.
The concussion issue made them have to rejigger a lot of stuff. And
but
now bring it back.
She was at least back enough to like. She was at the last pay-per-view spearing Marina, and then they didn't do anything based off of that. So.
With concussions, like it can be 1 week you think that's you're good, true. And then you do the thing, and next thing you know, you're like, okay, maybe I don't feel as good as I thought. And if that's the case, honestly, I'm happier knowing that she got pulled for her own sake, or maybe she made the decision. Again, completely assuming that's what it is, and not that they just dropped whatever happened to Full Gear. But it looks like
wrestling tonight.
Willow's wrestling tonight, and I think she's advertised for Collision, but I don't want to speak out of turn for sure. But regardless, she's going to be a part of stuff moving forward. And if that's the case, then great. She's ready to go. Hope it stays that way.
The ending of this show was just so flat, though.
Yeah.
Just so flat.
The main event?
Yeah, the main event.
It proved what Moxley's been saying, which is, I'm challenging the three of you because I know I can beat the three of you because the three of you will all get in each other's way and I'll just pick the bones. Like that was him. First he said it. This ending of the match was him proving it in front of them. And now there'll be a spot in the match at World's End where the three of them come together and they actually unite to beat down Moxley. And then it'll break down again because obviously someone will have a miscue and they'll start falling apart at the seams and they'll try. Orange Cassidy will try to, keep everyone together for the cause, and then it'll all fall apart. And Moxley will pick the bones and get the win.
Stupid babyface syndrome is a thing that WWE used to do all the time that AEW is now doing. And that's what is the upsetting part, is stupid babyface syndrome should not exist in wrestling, because AEW did used to do this. They used to have smart baby faces where it's like, oh, we baby faces of friends. That was a big compliment of AEW. It was like, oh, look, baby faces are actually looking out for each other. And now this just felt like dumb babyface syndrome, and everybody in this thing looked dumb.
I'm here for it. I'm here for more people looking dumb. Oh, we're getting more Ulafala title options. Okay, these are interesting. Well, one looks good. The other one looks like complete dog shit. I'm gonna get. Hold on. UFT. Damn it! Yes, replace it. Sorry.
Why is your computer yelling at me?
It always yells at me.
No.
This one comes from. I want to get it right. From Azir over on Blue Sky. I'm gonna use this one because the other one just looked like shit. This one.
That's not terrible.
It's a thing.
I don't know what those words are underneath the Ulafala.
Neither does shitty AI. It's okay.
Argo umabala banana.
Banana.
Yeah, it looks kind of like banana, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, there you go. That's the one I would go with. That's the title right there. The Ulafala title. Yeah, other than that, the other one is fine. I'm not going to use it, but I like this one. Let's make it. All right, has enough time passed? Do we talk about the thing?
I mean, yeah, he Sean tweeted it, so it's not like it's just on Fightful Select. So
perfect. Well, now that it's out there, CM Punk is going to be the tribal champion going into WrestleMania. That's going to be that's the story. Subscribe to Fightful Select. Best $5 in the business. They're going to give him one of those Ulafala titles. He's going to wear this thing to the ring to have a match at WrestleMania against who? Solo Sikoa. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, let's get into the real deal. There's been discussions of doing CM Punk versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Does that mean it's happening? No, but it means that it's a story that has been discussed, and there's some threads that you can pull from that storyline wise. So it would make some sense to go there, and I'm sure that both men would like to be working together, but a lot of this hinges on one person's schedule. And that is, you want to play the bit?
I don't know. What's the bit?
You can play just one of them. You want me to play one of them?
Yeah, you play one of them.
It all hinges on one person.
Now go home and smoke some more crack.
That guy.
And I talked a little bit about this yesterday, and we've even talked. I think we talked a little bit about it on Wednesday. Is like
we have
the central focus around all of this is still Roman Reigns. He is still the central focus when it comes to the CM Punk stuff, when it comes to the Drew McIntyre stuff, Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, everybody. It's still Roman Reigns. And how they get to Roman Reigns against whoever at WrestleMania is going to be the big story in the first part of 2025 going into WrestleMania. And Jensen and I mentioned CM Punk. I've mentioned CM Punk and Roman Reigns on this show of what if that's the favor that Punk gets from Paul Heyman. I've said it before. Like CM Punk wants to main event WrestleMania. Who's the WrestleMania main event? Forget these titles. Forget grudge matches and all this stuff. Who is the guaranteed WrestleMania main event? Roman Reigns. So CM Punk and Roman Reigns Makes sense to me. There's ways to get there. There's ways to get to a lot of stuff when it comes to Roman Reigns, and whether you want to do Seth Rollins, whether you want to do Cody Rhodes again, whoever, you can get to Roman Reigns in any of these matches very easily.
I'm very much looking forward to The Rock reading this report. Nick, DJ, hey, how you doing? Listen, hey, I just got some news. I have time to do Mania this year. That's right. Really looking forward to that. Let's meet next week. Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Yeah. We'll do that Roman match. Yeah, that's right. Night 2. Big money. Big money. All right. See you, Nick. Love you. Toodles. Rock is gonna work Mania now, baby. This is him getting out of the foxhole because he read that report.
I did that tweet from The Rock and Fast and Furious where he breaks the cast. He's like, Daddy's got to go to work because he sees CM Punk main eventing. Like, I'm not rolling that out. I don't think anybody should rule that out. The Rock's going to do whatever The Rock wants to do, and they're going to acquiesce to what The Rock wants to do because he's the fucking Rock. It's simple business, CM Punk. The Rock brings business. If they got The Rock
at Rumble.
If they got The Rock and Rock says, I'm working this show, he's going to work the show. And they're going to be like, well, we got The Rock. Sorry, man. Doesn't really matter. And Punk's just going to have to deal with it. That's going to be that. So,
Nick, DJ, just had an idea. What's John doing at WrestleMania? Yeah, we could run it back thrice in a lifetime. Yeah, that's right. John Cena, The Rock. One more time. Put the title on John. Let me win it from him. Yeah. No, I heard about Punk. That's too bad. We'll do something fun for him. All right. Love you.
I'm not opposed to Roman Reigns and CM Punk. I think there's a lot of story you got between Roman Reigns and CM Punk. You know, we'll see what happens. There's a lot going on with Roman Reigns. And there's a lot of ways they can go with Roman Reigns going into WrestleMania. I don't know if there is any bad choice for Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. I think there are better choices, but I don't know if there's a bad choice that they can do with Roman.
Drew McIntyre.
I think that's a good choice, honestly. There's a lot, again, there's a lot there with Drew. There's a lot you can do with a Cody, a third match. I think that might be the weakest just because we've seen it the last 2 years. And I don't know if we want to run it back for a third year, but it's a possibility. CM Punk is a strong possibility.
There's a lot that you can do with this, for sure. This is kind of the interesting part about the discussion and the build towards WrestleMania is what can you do? And also, what does The Rock want to do? Will The Rock be available? I feel like the dude wants to do the show. I do. At which point everything moves aside, and it's really frustrating to do like story A versus story B. And going back to your interview with David Penzer that you had on the Spotlight, what was one of the stories from the the XWF? Was Hulk wants to do it, Hulk doesn't want to do it. That basically is what WWE is dealing with now with The Rock. Is we either have story A because Rock is here, or story B because Rock cannot be there. That's kind of what they're stuck with, and I'm sure it's kind of frustrating for creative in some ways. You still have to flex your muscle, but like every week now, you're planning something with an idea ahead of what's going to happen, and at literally any point, it can all get blown up, and you're back to A instead of B. That's a really annoying roadmap to have to follow. So I'm curious if I like the idea of Punk
business, brother.
Of course. I think everyone involved understands like it's just part of the game. It's just part of the business. It's part of what happens. It can be frustrating at the same time. And that's what it is for someone who's putting together these stories, trying to make cohesive storylines work. Meanwhile, you're waiting on one guy's schedule to either clear up or not. And we don't know how close to the end of the road you can get until it's just shoehorning him in for the sake of shoehorning in The Rock, which, like, The Rock wants to do it. You make room for The Rock. That's the reality of it. You just have to know the more time, the better for advance notice.
I think there's a lot of people. There's obviously a lot of moving parts to this. And there's a lot of people trying to get that spot, right? There's only 2 spots. There's only 2 WrestleMania main event spots. And let's be honest about things. The night 2 spot is the bigger deal. Just is. They've made night 1 important. But the night 2 spot, everyone knows it's the closing spot. Seth wants to be in a main event again. CM Punk has made it no secret that he wants to be in the main event. Drew probably wants like a legitimate main event, considering his main event was in front of nobody. So he probably wants a legitimate WrestleMania main event. Cody always wants a main event, as he should. You don't think Kevin Owens wants the main event after the year he's had? Maybe John Cena doesn't want a main event, but at the same time, John Cena last run feels like he probably wants to main event as well. Roman is like the only guarantee. Roman's the guarantee. He knows he's probably going to be in the main event. Who he's facing, who knows? But he knows he's probably going to be there. Everybody else, there's a lot of maneuvering going on to try to be in that spot. And now, Creative and Triple H going to have to make tough decisions. And probably going to have to piss off a couple people.
You hope they understand, but you know the reality of it. Punk and Roman.
That's going to piss off some people.
To be for this title, the WWE Moana 2013 title. This is from Louis. Why is the title so big?
It's huge.
What is it? That's like the Northeast, whatever.
Dress.
That's like the crown jewel title.
Yeah.
But it's Disney, so it's basically worth the same amount as the crown jewel title. I'm wondering how a lot of people fit in on this, because it feels like night 1 is the John Cena match. Like, I feel like, do you think John Cena gets the last match on one of the nights?
Depending on who he faces and what else is on the card. If you're doing John Cena and Gunther, that feels like for the WWE World title, whatever title that is, the World Heavyweight title. That feels more like it might open night 2, or maybe even open night 1. I don't know, but I don't think that's going to main event, because then you're not main eventing with like a Cody or Seth or Drew. Let's say Punk and Roman is the other match. Let's just put that out there. Let's say that's the other match. That's main eventing night 2. So night 1 main event, you can do Gunther and Cena, but where's Cody in all this? Where's Seth in all this? What are they doing?
It's a possibility that Cena opens up the show.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I'm not against that. Yeah, I'm not against doing that. There is a possibility that Cena's just like, no, I don't need that. I just want a prominent spot on the card, and I know my business here. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm here for. I know what I bring to the table. That's good enough, and hope it might not be an ego thing for him. Whereas a lot of the other names that we're talking about are like, they're hungry for that last spot on the card, that last match on the night, and that's going to come down to, I guess, the importance and the matchup.
I think CM Punk and Drew are the most hungry for this spot. Because they haven't had it. They haven't had it before. Seth at least had it last year in the tag team match. Cody's had it for the past couple of years. Roman's had it for like 8 out of the last 10 years. But Punk and Drew, they want that spot. And look, if Punk comes in, there's still feelings regarding Punk and the roster. I know Drew has worked with him. Seth is working with him. Obviously, they're playing nice, and they're there to make money, but there's still feelings of a lot of truth in what Seth and Drew have said. Of, you went away, you trashed the company for a decade, and now you're just coming back here and thinking you're walking in and taking all these top spots and everything. There's some truth to that. They have a right to feel the way they're going to feel about that. And I think if CM Punk is the main event, probably going to feel a type of way about that.
For sure. I'm thinking about Drew, and you mentioned that he's hungry, and it's funny because Drew had a match with Roman at WrestleMania 35. Remember, that match was not super well. It wasn't well put together, and it was also in a bad spot on the card, and it was random too because it was Roman had just come back from taking time off from cancer, and they just kind of put the match together, put it on the card. It didn't main event. It was like the sub main event. I think it was the match after the Corbin and Angle match, which had already taken the air out of the sails. But regardless, like, it just wasn't a very popular match, and it wasn't, it was late on a 7-hour card, and you can see like what happened to both men, right? Roman where he is, Drew where he is. Like, he's much higher than he was at WrestleMania 35, but like, he's really made that ascent, and he didn't get the moment in front of the fans. And I know that's been part of his story for the last few years, winning the title, but it was, at WrestleMania, no fans, didn't really get to get that moment back at WrestleMania, and then it got taken away from him, type of thing. Like, there's a lot there for him. So I can see him wanting to be hungry for this. He's one of those two people for sure. But Punk's kind of not owed, but that's been kind of like the thing with Punk. He's been so wanting of that Mania main event spot, and this is the year to do it, to put him on last for a major match. And it would kind of suck if all of a sudden Dwayne comes in and says nope, and then it ends. I'd be pretty pissed off if I were Punk in that position. But we don't know where it's going to land.
He's gonna have to get over it. He honestly, Dwayne can come in and be like, nope, I'm doing this match. And like, Rock might face Cody. Rock and Cody could main event night 2, and Roman and Punk could main event night 1. That's a real possibility. Or you could flip those two. I wouldn't rule out Roman having thoughts about doing something with Punk, and Roman having thoughts about maybe Seth should have this match. Maybe Drew should have this match. Roman he's a name.
Are you saying that CM Punk's going to be benevolent?
Oh, so here's from the Fightful Select report. A number of months later, CM Punk did a post-WWE interview, this Cabana podcast, where he mentioned WWE telling him to make Roman look strong, which was a talking point that stuck around for quite some time. Fightful Select was told last year, ahead of CM Punk's return, that Roman Reigns was a talent that was not keen on him returning.
I mean, I can understand why.
Feelings change. Obviously, again, they've worked together. They work together in promo segments. They work together at Survivor Series. These guys all know we can set some feelings aside and we can make some money here. But we're talking about WrestleMania, and we're talking about Cody has said it. And like, there's Cody lies and there's Cody not stretching the truth, but there's Cody being, what's the word I'm looking for? Hyperbolic. There's Cody being hyperbolic of being like, it's not hard. It's like the hardest thing isn't winning the WWE title. The hardest thing is main eventing WrestleMania. Like, I believe that because anybody can win the WWE title at any point during the year. You only get 2 shots a year to main event WrestleMania. That's it. You don't get, and then it doesn't come around again until the following year. So I understand what he's saying, where, main eventing WrestleMania is actually the hardest thing to do in wrestling because there's only 2 spots that are there for that. So Roman could look at this and be like, why wouldn't we do this with Seth? Why wouldn't we do this with Drew? Why are we doing this with Punk? It's a very real possibility.
There is. Yeah. I'm thinking through all the options, and there are plenty of ways to get to a match like this. But again, it's an A story and it's a B story. It's what happens without The Rock. And it's really hard to think that Rock wouldn't try to make it for WrestleMania. But we don't know because he's got a big filming schedule ahead of him, allegedly.
You would think that he But The Rock's The Rock. He can do whatever the hell he wants. You would think he wouldn't do the whole thing with Cody Raw after Mania and do the bad blood thing if he wasn't going to work Mania. That was the whole thing with everybody is like, why is he doing this if he's not going to be WrestleMania? He's definitely going to be at WrestleMania.
Well, the prevailing thought was the bad blood appearance was just he's in the neighborhood. Let's just put him on. Let's get people talking. But sometimes people talking is enough.
Well, The Rock's the long gamer though. So why would he just show up for one off? He's playing the long game.
Yeah. He'll come out, take the world title, and then they'll pivot. And it was always The Rock's idea.
Kim Bruno saying Seth versus Gunther world title, Punk versus Roman main event at Mania, Seth Roman world title SummerSlam. I don't know. Here's one thing I will say: if it's Roman and Punk, Boris saying Roman getting beat 2 years in a row, and I don't see it. If it's Roman and Punk, Roman's going in there.
Roman's winning. Yeah. At that point, Punk doesn't care. He got his main event. Like he got he's on last. He's like, I'll go full on heel. I will look like a complete asshole. Like I'll do anything. Just give me the match. Give me the gates. He doesn't care. At that point, Punk is not going to be like, I have to win. Punk's just going to be like, I got the story that I wanted. I'm good. As long as it doesn't suck in the build.
Yeah. Punk's got his spot. At that point, he maneuvered past Drew and Seth to get that spot. He ain't out maneuvering Roman on who's going over on that one. He'll try. He'll battle as he should. But I don't see Roman taking that L on night 2.
You know what I would love though? He does the presser afterwards because Roman doesn't give a shit. He's not gonna do the presser. CM Punk does the presser, but he does it like muffin style, and he turns it into a thing. Let the kayfabe vortex rule, and like let him do a whole thing where he's just pissed off and he lost the match. Do something like that. He bites Roman Reigns, the big dog.
Don't need to do all that. Sounds terrible.
Well, regardless. It's a match. It's a match that has a lot of story behind it, has a lot of opportunity to be entertaining and interesting. I think it would be fun to see Roman and Punk. Like a lot of people would like to see it. There's enough from what's happened 10 years ago that people can get invested in. And there's enough that's happened since Survivor Series that can get people invested in it. We talked about it when they did the sit down promotional, whatever, going into Survivor Series. We're like, they didn't say much. They talked around each other. Maybe that was a heat check. Maybe that was what are people saying about this sit down and the Punk and Roman elements? And then they played it out in the match and at War Games. The feeling was, holy shit, this is tight. This is tense. Let's do something about it. I'm sure that move talks forward about doing a match like this. And then you really have a lot of story that you work with from there. Heyman is in the middle of everything. Paul Heyman loves to be in the middle of everything. He gets to tell a bigger story and embellish everything that way. And as a result, there's a main event match in the making with those two, and the whose side is Paul on is a part of it as well. Paul may have gotten the match for Punk, knowing that Roman is the guy. Title or no title, Roman goes on last. They've proven that before. So Punk, that was Punk's chess piece. Punk would easily say, like, if you want to get weird about it, you can be like, I don't care if I win or lose. I got my moment. I got my spot. Because I know you're not going to take a match that's not the last match on the card. And that's what I want. I think that's a little too inside baseball in the story. But I think that there's room to make that as part of the analysis of what this is.
I think you got to have a title on the line. You got to have one of the two titles on the line.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, Punk and Roman that's the main event, but it can't be just that match. You've got two titles. You can't not put one of them on the line in the main event of night 2. Like, I think that's if Cody Rhodes has a year-long reign, he's just gonna main event night 1 or open up night 2. If Gunther is in the middle of a pretty long reign, he's just gonna open up a show or just be in the middle of the show. You got to have a title on the line. They've closed. I know Roman's been part of the closing of the show, but they've closed WrestleMania with the title for 2 nights every single year. I know like the last non-title match to go on last was Roman and Undertaker, and that was a fucking mistake. But otherwise, like,
I mean, the night after was good, but yes, I agree.
But like, otherwise, the title goes on last. And you know where this really gets into things, and people are going to have feelings that are probably legitimate about this. Women might be screwed out of another main event night because we just mentioned all the male talent and how it's like, oh, they can main event. What are you doing night 1, night 2? It's been a few years since the women had the main event. And there was a big thing last year of, all right, well, sure, it's Rock and Roman against Seth and Cody. Like, you got to have that main event. But what about the Royal Rumble winner? How come that the Women's Rumble winner isn't the main event? Could be heading for the same thing this year. And people are going to have thoughts and feelings about that. Fans and people backstage, which very fair, very valid. Wait, you have 2 nights. Women, once again, can't have 2 nights.
Yeah.
That was, though, SP3 saying last non-title main event was Undertaker Styles Boneyard match. That was night 1, though. Night 2 was the
Drew.
Yeah.
Was that Drew and Brock?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I was talking about night 2 stuff, like what's actually like closing the show. And then night 1 was the Boneyard match, but
the Boneyard. Sorry.
And the last time that it was technically Drew and Big Show, but that was also still a title match technically. So still a title match. That was my whole point. Is it was still a title match.
What title was it for?
The WWE title. Drew was the champion. He just beat
sorry,
Brock.
no, sorry. I misunderstood. I thought you were saying technically the Boneyard match was for a title, but I was like, who had a title? Nobody had a title. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, the Drew match was a title match.
Yeah, Drew and Big Show was technically the main event of WrestleMania 36. But
never forget.
Yeah, but that was still a title match. So yeah, the last time a title match was not the show closer, which means night 2 since they moved to 2 nights, or night 1 when it was, or one night when it was one night, was Roman and Undertaker. But throughout history, the title's typically been on the line. There's obviously been examples, Shawn and Undertaker being a very big example. There's been example, literally the first WrestleMania, the title wasn't on the line to close the show. But throughout history, titles on the line more often than not. And when you got 2 world titles and you've got women's have 2 world titles, to not put a world title match on that night 2 like the show closer feels a little, they could do it, but it feels a little strange. Feels like I don't know if they're gonna do it.
What women's title match would overtake a main event spot that we're talking about? Someone in the chat, like chat saying Rhea and Charlotte. That's a rematch that you can absolutely use and would be big. Is it big enough?
Yeah, we've seen it.
We saw it in a different way.
Oh yeah, but we've seen it 3 times. This would be the 3rd time at WrestleMania. I know 1 was no fans.
Yeah.
The match a couple years ago was really good. Like it was really good. And that was the one where Charlotte was, all right, you fuckers ain't putting me on last. Let me go out here and show you. That was when Charlotte was clearly a little irritated, rightfully so, of not being on last, because that was when Sammy and Kevin against the Usos went on last. But that was one that Charlotte was like, why are we not on last here? So she went out there and she had a point to prove. Bless her. And look, they killed it. That was a fantastic match. But again, that's a match we've seen, so I don't know how big that is. You know what match could do it? Honestly, Becky and Charlotte.
Becky and Charlotte?
Becky and Charlotte could do it.
You're going back to something, though. I mean, Bianca's another name that you would, seriously discuss.
They gotta really heat up Bianca again, because this tag team stuff has cooled her, and now Jade's out, and now she's teaming with Naomi tonight. But yeah, it's cooled her. They gotta heat her again. I know you're going back to Becky and Charlotte, but they haven't had a singles match since 2021. That was Survivor Series. That was before the infamous title dropping incident and everything. Yeah. So it's been a while since they've had a singles match.
No, that's something. Okay, I was thinking of something else. I was thinking of the Survivor Series match that Becky had to drop because she was injured. No, that was Evolution.
That was Ronda. Yeah, Evolution. They did the last woman standing match at Evolution.
Yeah, but didn't one of them have to be replaced? It was a replacement at the last minute because someone was injured.
Becky got injured for the Ronda match, and Charlotte replaced her in that.
That's what I'm thinking of. That is exactly what I'm thinking of. I couldn't remember. I was like, I know they did Becky and Charlotte because someone had an injury.
Well, they didn't do Becky and Charlotte. They did Charlotte and Ronda.
Charlotte and Ronda. Yeah.
Yeah. The last Becky and Charlotte match was Survivor Series 2021. That was the infamous, I didn't mean to drop the title, as we just handed it over to each other. So hilarious. So you could, and I think if you're going to do a women's match that's going to headline, Becky and Charlotte in this environment is fresh enough. Like, it's been since 2021. We're talking about them doing Cody and Roman. That was literally last year. So that's the only match that maybe, like, they just did Becky and Rhea last year. Again, Charlotte and Rhea is something they've done 2 out of the last 6 years, give or take. And then, because my math is terrible, and then Bianca doesn't feel hot enough right now. Not that they can't heat her up. Liv has been the champion for most of the year, but she's been such a cowardly heel that she doesn't exactly feel super hot to go into Mania. Nia, Bayley, none of them feel hot enough to where it's like, yeah, I could see them main eventing. Like, the women just, they're not the hot acts right now. Seth, Drew, Punk, Roman, Cody, Kevin, all those guys are much hotter acts than any of the women's programs right now. And that is what it is when it comes to how they've booked that stuff. They're not the hot acts.
Yeah, exactly. It's sad to see it go that way after a few years of having really hot women's title main events. Doesn't mean it can't change. It's just right now it's not there. So again, we'll see what goes on, because there are so many stories in that main event men's division that are full of history and just full of stories that can be used beyond just WrestleMania. They got to just find their way back with the women's division to where they were. And Bianca, again, like you do Bianca and Jade, I'm not saying that's a main event, but like that's a hot match you can have. It's a match that people get excited for. It's not a main event, but it's still a really good WrestleMania match. It could main event to PLE, but other than that, yeah, what's main event WrestleMania worthy?
Yeah, and I don't know if they don't have any of the women right now. Rhea is the most over, but she's been feuding with Liv for so long that at some point that's got to end, and hopefully that's January 6th. But she doesn't have, like, Rhea and Bianca is a match you can heat up quick enough to where maybe it gets there. But you're banking on a lot of it maybe getting there, where the stuff in the men's division is there. Like, it's already there.
I'm looking for a thumbnail. This sucks. Looking for a Punk and Roman thumbnail.
The only one that's like halfway decent is like with Paul Heyman in the middle, right?
Yeah, and I've already used that for another one.
Oh, well.
And I've got like the handshake in the cage. I've got a good version from MSN that I could use.
You can use the one that Roman's doing the one and Punk's doing the go to sleep.
Yeah, I don't like. I need the tenseness. You know what I mean? I need the
sit down they had was like wide shot, and
yeah, I can't use that. People have like cropped those together. There's the video from when Paul shouts it's War Games before the match, and like Roman and Punk are looking at each other and they look out the cage.
Use the photo of Roman
On one side of the cage.
Cage.
Yeah, I thought about that.
Use those photos.
There's the one where they stop Sammy and Punk's like staring a hole at Roman.
Yeah, that's the one I was saying.
Oh, using that one. Oh, okay. I was thinking
when Roman puts his hand to prevent Punk from going. Yeah.
I thought you meant the other one that became an instant.
Oh, that one's good too.
The one where they were on either side of the cage and just like this guy. I might use that one.
You know that did like 500 million impressions on social media, but imagine if they didn't show it during the live broadcast and they just put it online.
Then they would have had 50 billion impressions. I don't have anything else to add about today's show.
Old Shield Roman. There you go.
So there are photos of like the match they had in like 2014. Oh, was that? No, okay, that's a different one. I was thinking because it's the old school Raw from January 2014. That was a singles match. Then what was the old school Raw where? Oh, that was 2013 when Punk got the Undertaker match. What was Punk and Undertaker?
Punk and Undertaker 2013.
Okay, so it was that one where they did a 4-way to determine who was going to face Undertaker at WrestleMania. And CM Punk won. I think that's what it was. It was a 4-way. It was random on an old school Raw episode. Anyway, wrestling was weird. Still is. Is there anything else we got to cover before the end of tonight or the end of today?
SmackDown's allegedly tonight.
It's taped. Let's take a look at the SmackDown lineup for this evening, shall we?
There ain't too much.
No? Let's take a look. I'm on our website and I can't find it because I'm old.
It's there somewhere.
Is it on the front page?
Should be. Oh, it might have been bumped down. It might be on page 2 by now.
Page 2. So I was like, I see the Rampage preview. That WWE SmackDown preview. Oh, it's because it's got the Becky and Naomi photo or video.
Yeah, because they didn't have any friggin'
still.
Yeah, they didn't have a generic like photo for things, so I just had to use that photo.
Anyway, Braun Strowman will be on the Grayson Waller effect with Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. What's Big Braun Strowman going to talk about?
I don't know.
We're going to talk about this main event match between Punk and Roman.
Yeah, that'd be sweet if he did.
Alex Shelley takes on Johnny Gargano. That'll be fun. Actually, looking forward to that match. That's like the 5th time this match has happened, but the first time in WWE. So look forward to that. So it's never really happened. And for the women's tag team championships, Bianca Belair and Naomi, the newly crowned tag team champion Naomi. Bianca was already the champion with Jade. They're going to take on Candice LeRae and Nia Jax. That's what's going on SmackDown tonight. Plenty of stuff to watch. Rampage is on. SmackDown's on. CMLL is going to have a card after, all that's over. And yeah, that's it for your Friday. Nothing else is happening. There's no other shows. Nothing to watch.
It's going to be a long night. Such a long night.
And remember, if you get to ask a question, ask the right question.
Nah. Every question's a great question.
Every question is a wonderful question. There is hockey on today.
People can ask the right questions, but it doesn't mean you're going to get an answer.
Exactly. Whew. SmackDown is kissable. That's true.
Kissable?
Yeah. I mean, there are some very attractive people on the roster.
Kisses the SmackDown.
That's right. Give big old sloppy Braun Strowman kiss.
How do you know Braun Strowman's a sloppy kisser?
I just have a feeling. I feel like a man with nipple rings is a sloppy kisser.
Wow.
There's someone you can ask about that.
No.
Don't know if you want to. Someone might ask you, are you stupid or are you dumb? But, it's fine. I'm not saying she was. It was her partner. It was fun.
What?
Camille and Braun were a thing for a while.
Camille and who?
Braun Strowman.
Oh.
They were a thing for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I don't keep up with that stuff.
It's fine. You don't have to. I've been forced into it against my will by people posting photos of each other as a couple.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. The t-shirt read, "I got these hands."
Smooch down. That's funny.
Smooch down. Fantastic. Braun in the Pretty Deadly musical is perfect.
That's going to rule, honestly.
I can't wait until they come back with a vengeance. Anything else to promote tonight?
I don't think so.
Good. We'll be back on Monday. Talk about
it's Friday. It's Friday.
Yeah, it's true. Is it ready? You got the thing?
Yeah. I got to run a bunch of errands after this. So I can't get sauced like I did on Monday's show.
That was a fantastic event. All right, here we go.
Hold on. The final boss. And here we go. This is how good. The final. God damn, that's good shit.
And here we go to the WrestleMania 41 main event. God damn, that's good shit.
I was going to say that clip is long enough that you can get the bottle open. You'll be okay.
Yeah. It was fighting me like CM Punk and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
There we go. Got to go make that thumbnail right now. Get all them clicks and likes and things. For Jeremy Lambert, I am Joel Pearl. Ladies, gentlemen, friends, beyond the binary. Enjoy your Friday. Or don't. I know. Yeah, I want you to enjoy your Friday. Watch wrestling or don't is really what I meant. But we'll be back 10 a.m. Eastern on Monday. Till then, have yourselves a wonderful weekend. Cheers.